With a population of more than 1.3 billion, India is the world's second most populous country. It is the seventh largest country in the world with an area of 3.28 million square kilometers. India pioneers in production of milk, pulses and jute, and ranks as the second largest producer of rice, wheat, sugarcane, groundnut, vegetables, fruits and cotton. Though India is ranked at the higher position in production of agricultural goods, it is parallelly vulnerable to climatic calamities like floods and droughts. The country is mostly affected by frequent droughts with prolonged dry spells leading to drastic decline in the production under rain-fed conditions. In India, about 60% of total net sown area comes under rain-fed lands. To tackle the consequences of climate change for rain-fed conditions, ICAR has come up with a national initiative for climate resilient agriculture, NICRA project, in 2011 over 121 districts of India. The technology demonstration components are being put into practice by ICAR KVKs. The coordinating authorities for the projects are CREDA and Atari. ICAR KVK Kalburgi under University of Agricultural Sciences Raichur is one among the 7 KVKs selected in Zone 11 for implementing this project in Kalburgi district.
Regarding the NICRA project, we have selected the village Melkunda B, which is about 20 kilometers from our headquarters, that is Kalburgi. The village, it is highly vulnerable to the drought situation, and 8 times it was hit by the drought in the past 15 years. So we have selected the Melkunda B as a NICRA village to demonstrate the technology. For selecting the villages, the team was constituted by the Atari Bengaluru, which included the agriculture scientist from Atari Bengaluru, as well as the director of research from University of Agricultural Sciences Raichur, and the senior scientist and head from KVK Kalburgi. All the team was constituted, and looking to the climate vulnerability, the Melkunda B village was selected. Here we have demonstrated the technology regarding the major crops here. Among the major crops in Kharif, the village, and about the 1,000 hectares of the pigeon pea is grown in the Kharif, and in the Rabi generally chickpea and sorghum is grown here. So the technologies which are suitable for the pigeon pea growing and chickpea growing in the Rabi, we have sorted out the technology, and which were divided into the 4 groups. The first one module is NRM module, that is Natural Resource Management module, and the second one is the crop production module, and the third one is the animal component module, and the fourth one is the capacity building modules. So our KVK started working in all the 4 modules, which was suggested by the CREDA Hyderabad. And so coming to the first module, NRM module, under the NRM module, we have worked under the 4 categories again here. The first one is dibbling of the pigeon pea on ridges and furrows, which was a very new technology to the area. By dibbling of pigeon pea, which is a major crop, on the ridges and furrows, we demonstrated in about the 20 hectares in the initial year at the 2015 and 16. Now the area is increased about the 200 hectares in the village and also by the nearby villages. What happened here is the conservation of the moisture was done very effectively. During the rainy season, it supplied the moisture, and during the drought situation, it utilized the moisture, and during the major rainy season, it acts as a drainage for flowing of the water. In dry spell situation, it utilizes the same moisture. The technology was very good, accepted by the farmers, and now the area is about not only in the Melkunda B and surrounding villages are adopting this technology. For facilitating or adopting this technology, we have purchased the equipments, Ridger, which is under the custom hiring center at the Melkunda B. Among the several equipments, this equipment is proving the very much better in case of the Nikra village. And the second thing what we have done under the natural resource management is desilting of the nalas, and which was very much essential. There were about the 15 nalas were there, and we have desilted the nalas here. By desilting the nalas, the cropping intensity is increased in the Melkunda village, and about the 200 meter nala was desilted. By doing this, the many new crops were introduced into the area. Actually, earlier the mulberry crop was taken. For a year they were taking the 3 crops. Now after desilting, the farmers are able to take about the 5 crops per year of the mulberry. This is proven a very good result. They started growing the vegetables in the early Kharif, especially the cucumber, which has increased the income up to the 20% increase in the yield of the income of the farmers. So by desilting directly, the 15 farmers were benefited, and about the 25% of the increase in the yield was also observed, increase in the income was also observed by the farmers.
So 2015 ಮುಗಿದ ಮೂಲಕ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಏನದ ನೀರು ಸಂಗ್ರಹಣೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಡ್ಯಾಮ್ ಹೂಳು ಎತ್ತಲಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಒಂದು ನಮಗೊಂದು 20,000 ರಿಂದ 22,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ನಮಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಒಂದೊಳಗೆ ನಾವು 600 ಫೀಟ್ ಊಚ 30 ಫೀಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ಏನದ 5 ಫೀಟ್ ಆಳವಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಡ್ಯಾಮಿನ ಎದುರು ಹೂಳು ಎತ್ತಿದೆವು. ಅದು 2015 ಆ ವರ್ಷ ಎತ್ತದಾಗ ಮಳೆ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ. 2016 ಮೇ 28ಕ್ಕೆ ಮಳೆ ಬಂದದ. ಮೇ 28 ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಜೂನ್ 6ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ತನಕ ಮಳೆ ಬಂದದ. ಜೂನ್ 6ನೇಕ್ಕೆ ಮಳೆ ಕಟ್ಟಾಗಿದೆ. ಆಗಸ್ಟ್ 14 ತಾರೀಕು ತನಕ ಮಳೆ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ಸರಿ ಆ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಡ್ಯಾಮ್ ತುಂಬಿದ ನೀರು ಒಂದು ಸರಿ ಪೂರಾ ತುಂಬಿ ನಿಂತಿದ್ದು. ಅದ್ರ ಮಗಲಾಗ ಆಸ್ಪಾಸ 12 ಬೋರ್ವೆಲ್ ಅವ. 12 ಬೋರ್ವೆಲ್ ರೀಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆದವ್ರು. ಜೂನ್ ತಿಂಗಳದಾಗ ರೀಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೇಷ್ಮೆ ಬೆಳೆಗಾರರು. ಆ ರೇಷ್ಮೆ ಬೆಳೆಗಾರಿ ಬೋರ್ವೆಲ್ ರೀಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಮಳೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಟ್ಟು ಸಿಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಮುಂದೆ ನೀರು ಬಿಟ್ಟೆವು 1 ತಡಿ 2 ತಡಿ. ನಾವು ಆಗಸ್ಟ್ ತನಕ 2 ತಡಿ ನೀರು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ರೇಷ್ಮೆ ಇವತ್ತು 12 ಮಂದಿ ಬೋರ್ವೆಲ್ ರೀಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಗಿ 25 ಎಕರೆ ರೇಷ್ಮೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರು 500, 300, 400, 300, 400 ಮಾಡಿ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಏನದ ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ರು 3 ಕ್ವಿಂಟಲ್ 4 ಕ್ವಿಂಟಲ್ ರೇಷ್ಮೆ ಇವತ್ತು 500 ರೂಪಾಯಿದಾಗ ರೇಷ್ಮೆ ಮಾಡಿದ. ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ರು 1,25,000, 1.5 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಏನದ ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತು ಅಷ್ಟು ಒಂದು 30,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಸವಲತ್ತುದಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಡ್ಯಾಮ್ ಹತ್ರ ಇವತ್ತು 12 ಬೋರ್ವೆಲ್ ರೀಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಗಿ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಕನಿಷ್ಠ ಒಂದು 10 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ನಾವು ಏನದ ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ರೈತರು ಏನದ ನಾವು ಅದರಿಂದ ಲಾಭ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆವು.
And the next very important thing we have demonstrated here is about the recharge, groundwater recharge, under which we recharged the borewells were also recharged, and also the open wells were also desilted and recharged like that. And by recharging the borewell, about the directly 15 farmers were benefited, and the borewells and about the cropping intensity, it was increased by 185%. Cropping intensity was increased by the recharging of the borewells as well as the wells.
ಇಕ್ರಾ ಯೋಜನೆದವ್ರು ಬಂದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬಾಯಿ ಹೂಳು ಎತ್ತೋದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ. ಆಯಿತು ನಮ್ದಿರು ನಾವು ಒಂದು 10,000 ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ, ನೀನು ಇಟ್ಟು ಇದು ಮಾಡಿಕೆಸಿಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಮಾಡತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ. ನಾವು 10-20,000 ಹಾಕಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದೆ ರೀ. ಬಾಯಿಗೆ ನೀರೇ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ ರೀ. ಮತ್ತು ನೀರು ಬಾಯಿ ಚಾಲು ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೂಲಕ ನೀರು ಬಂದು ರೀ. ರೇಷ್ಮೆ ಇತ್ತು, ರೇಷ್ಮೆಗೆ ನೀರು ಬಿಟ್ಟೆವು. 1 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಪಟ್ಟಿ ಪತ್ರಿ.
Very important technology again one demonstrated was the bunding of the fields. By bunding, actually we conserved the moisture as well as the soil. According to this, it was upscaled to it was linked with the NREGA program, and wherein they are taking about the bunding in the Melkunda village, and about the 50 farmers are benefited by this bunding. Thus we worked in the natural resource management under this component. And the second component, very important component, is the crop module component. Under the crop module component, the pigeon pea was a major crop. As I already told, the pigeon pea is a major crop. Under this pigeon pea, a short duration variety was introduced here. Actually, short duration variety, it was the TS3R variety which we introduced in the Melkunda B village during the 2015.
We have more than 150 acres of TS3R, which is suitable for dryland and rain-fed situation. So many of the farmers we are adopting this technology of US Raichur, University of Agriculture Raichur is the most suited for dryland situation. But the main problem is farmers is October, November time, when the flowering season comes, due to continuous 3-4 days mist season time, flower dropping and hormonal imbalance is the major problem. So for that we under NICRA some of the interventions carried out for the management of flower dropping during the mist season. One is the main is the one time of the mist time, that means 2 to 3 mist days. You may immediate spray of Pulse Magic 2 kg per 200 liter barrel for 1 acre area, given the complete control of flower dropping and the good setting of the pods. We can see this setting of pinkish flowers. So most of the Latur market and Gulbarga market and nearby Solapur market, most demand is the pink tur. So most of the farmers are interested to cultivate in the rain-fed tur crop, that is TS3R. So we here under through NICRA interventions, we manage the flower dropping and bud burning disorders. So most of the 20 to 30% crop loss and damages during the mist season completely controlled by the Pulse Magic spray.
Combat the flower dropping, we used the Pulse Magic, which included the drought mitigating chemical in that, and it is the technology developed by our University of Agriculture Sciences, and we introduced to spray the Pulse Magic during the flowering period. Again, it increased the yield by 18 to 20% of the yield was increased, and the technology was spread throughout the Melkunda village. And now regarding the technology of the TS3R and Pulse Magic, it was taken up by the Karnataka State Department of Agriculture to upscale the technology, and then later on we have found nowadays we are finding all nearly about the 80,000 acres of the area is using the Pulse Magic technology. So such is the benefit of the taking the technology or demonstrating the technology in the pigeon pea. And whereas in Rabi, we have taken the chickpea as one of the crop which is a major crop in the Rabi season. Again, to mitigate the drought or heat tolerant, to make the crop heat tolerant, we have sprayed the Chickpea Magic, which also contains the heat tolerant chemical in that, and it has given about the 25% increase in the yield. So in the cropping crop module, we have introduced the short duration pigeon pea, and in Rabi we have introduced the Chickpea Special or Chickpea Magic for the spray to mitigate the drought.
The vegetables and the short duration crops in the early stage of pigeon pea and cotton as an intercrop were found to be promising technology in enhancing the farmer's income. The crops like cucumber, coriander, pumpkin, bajra, black gram and green gram are grown as intercrop in cotton and pigeon pea. Intercropping with vegetables has increased the daily income to the farmers along with an annual income.
ನಿಕ್ರಾ ಇದ್ರಾಗ ಏನದ ಬೆಳೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ರೀ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನದ ಕುಂಬಳ ಮತ್ತು ತೊಗರಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ರೀ. 3 ಫೀಟಿನ ಸಾಲ ಬೋದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೋದಿನೊಳಗೆ ಏನದ ಒಂದು ತೊಗರಿ ಒಂದು ಕುಂಬಳ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ರೀ. ಮತ್ತು ತೊಗರಿನೂ ಸರಿಯಾಗ್ಯದ ರೀ, ಕುಂಬಳ ಸರಿಯಾಗ್ಯದ. ಕುಂಬಳ ಮಾತ್ರ ಏನದ ಒಂದು ಎಕರೆಗೆ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ 40,000 ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು 60,000 ತನಕ ಆಗ್ಯದ ರೀ. 3 ಎಕರೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ನ. ತೊಗರಿ ಭೀ ಏನದ 6 ಕ್ವಿಂಟಲ್ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು 7 ಕ್ವಿಂಟಲ್ ತನಕ ತೊಗರಿನೂ ಬೆಳೆದೀನಿ ರೀ. ಅದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಚಂದ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿಸಿನಿ. ಅದ್ರೊಳಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹುಲ್ಲ ಕಳೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ತೆಗೆಸಿ ಚಂದ ಮಾಡೀನಿ ರೀ. ಆಗ್ಯದ ಸರಿಯಾಗ್ಯದ ಅದು ಕುಂಬಳ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕುಂಬಳ ಯಾವಾಗ ಭೀ ತೊಗರಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಆರಾಮ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ರೀ. ಏನು ತ್ರಾಸಿಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಕುಂಬಳಿಗೆ ತೊಗರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಕುಂಬಳ ತಳಗ ಬೆಳೆ ಹರಿತದ ತಳಗ ಅದೇನದ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಏನದ ಕಾಯಿ ಆಗಂಗೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ತೊಗರಿ ಒಂಟು ಜೇಟು ತಡಿ ಬಂದು ಮುಂದೆ ಅದು ಟೇಮ್ ಬೆಳಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಟೇಮ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಭಾಳ ಚಂದ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ರೀ ತೊಗರಿದೇನು ಅಭ್ಯಂತರ ಇಲ್ಲ. ತೊಗರಿನೂ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಕುಂಬಳನೂ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ನಾ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತ ಹೊಂಟೀನಿ. ಅದ್ರ ಒಳಗೆ ತೊಗರಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಸಾಲಿನಾಗ ನಾ ಚೆಂಡು ಹೂವನೂ ಮಾಡೀನಿ, ಕುಂಬಳು ಮಾಡೀನಿ, ಮತ್ತು ಇತ್ತಾರು ಬೆಳೆನೂ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದೆವು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಚೆಂಡು ಹೂವು ಕುಂಬಳ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಆಗ್ಯಾವ್ರಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹತ್ತಿ ಮಾಡೀನಿ ರೀ. ಹತ್ತಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 3.5 ಫೀಟಿನ ಸಾಲು ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅದು ಹತ್ತಿದು. ಆ ಹತ್ತಿ ಸಾಲಿನಾಗ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕಳಿ ತೆಗೆದ್ಬೇಕು, ಬೆಳೆ ಇಟ್ಟು ಹತ್ರ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಏನದ. ಒಳಗೆ ಎಡಿದಿಂಡಿಲಿ ಏನದ 3 ಸಾಲು ಏನದ. ಒಳಗೆ ಪಲ್ಯಗಳು ಹಾಕಿನಿ ರೀ, ಮೆಂತ್ಯ, ಹವೇಜ, ಸೊಬ್ಸಿ ಇಂಥವೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾಯಿಪಲ್ಯ ಬೆಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಹತ್ತಿ ಕಿತ್ತಲ್ಲೂ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರೊಕ್ಕ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕದ ಒಂದು ಟೈಮ್ನಾಗ. ರೇಟ್ ಬತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಪಲ್ಯದಾಗ ರೊಕ್ಕ ಭಾಳ ಚಂದ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿದೆ ರೀ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಿಕ್ರ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
And the very important component is the animal component, where we have introduced the Shiroi bucks as well as the cocks and hens of the Giriraj.
Under livestock module at Nikra, in Nikra project at Melkundabi village of Kalaburgi Taluk and Kalaburgi district. From ICAR KVK Kalaburgi, we have popularized this totally 5 technologies. First technology is the introduction or popularization of the Devani cow breed. Before implementation of this project, Nikra project, previously the farmers of the Melkundabi village, they are rearing the nondescript local cows. Hardly they are giving 1 liter to 1.5 liters per day per cow. When you introduced the Devani breed, it's a purely dual purpose breed, both for the milking purpose and the draft purpose it is using. The milk yield of the cow is 4 to 5 liters per day per cow. So automatically the farmers got interest in dairy farming. So slowly farmers also started interest in crossbred animals also. They have purchased themselves the HF cow, Devani HF crossbred cows, HF Devani crossbred cows, then Jersey Devani crossbred cows. So with this, Dairy Cooperative Society managed by the Karnataka Milk Federation Kalaburgi also started in Melkundabi village, that is of the Nikra village. So automatically the dairy farmers socio-economic status has completely changed. They have improved.
ನಮ್ಮ ಗುಲ್ಬರ್ಗ ತಾಲೂಕು ನೇಕ್ರಾ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಬಂದು ಊರೊಳಗೆ 5-8 ಮಂದಿಗೆ ನೇಕ್ರಾ ಕಡ್ದು ಆಕಳು ಇಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಆದರೂ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಆಕಳು ಕೊಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ಅವರು ನನಗೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಹೋಗಿ ಆಕಳು ಖರೀದಿ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದು ಆಕಳು ಇಸ್ವಾಟ್ ಬಳಕ ಆಕಳು ನನಗೆ ಚಲೋ ಆಕಳು ಸಿಕ್ಕಿತು. ಅವರು ಒಂದು 15,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ನನಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಆದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಕೈಲೇ ಹಾಕಿದೆ. ನಾನು ಒಂದು 15,000 ಹಾಕಿ 30,000 ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಆಕಳು ತಂದು 8 ದಿನದಾಗೆ ಆಕಳು ಈದು ಹೈನಾನು ಚಂದ ಆಯಿತು. ಅವರು ಬಂದು ಆಕಳು ಈ ಕರಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ನೋಡಿ ಹೋದರು. ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಚಂದ ಇದು ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತು, ನನಗೂ ಚಲೋ ಆಯಿತು. 2ನೇ ಹೈನಾನು ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಮನ್ಯಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮನೆಗೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಉಂಡು ತಿಂದು ಆಕಳಿಗೆ ಹಾಲು ಒಯ್ದು ಡೈರಿಗೆ ಹಾಕಿ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಮದು ಎಲ್ಲನೂ ಚಂದ ಇದಾಗಿ ನಡೆದದ. ನೇಕ್ರಾ ಆಫೀಸರ್ಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ.
Second technology is the upgradation of local nondescript goats with Shiroi buck. Before implementation of this project, the farmers, they are rearing the local nondescript goats. The birth weight and the body weight of the goats is very meager, very low. That means birth weight of the local nondescript goats is 1.5 to 1.7 kg, and the 3 to 4 months of the body weight of the local nondescript goats is hardly it is 11 kg. When you introduce the Shiroi buck, that is a male goat. That Shiroi buck we have purchased from the Rajasthan, Shiroi district of the Rajasthan. The climatic condition of the Shiroi district of the Rajasthan and our Kalaburgi district, where you have implemented the project, that Melkundabi village, almost same. So adaptability of the Shiroi buck is very good in Nikra village. So automatically the sex ratio of the female goats to the Shiroi buck is 20 to 25 female goats of the nondescript female goats with the 1 Shiroi buck. Slowly F1 generation, F2 generation, F3 generation, F4 generation you have got. At F1 generation, birth weight of the upgraded goats with the Shiroi buck is 2 to 2.5 kg, and body weight of the 3 months of the upgraded goat is 15 to 18 kg. So with this rate, and also moreover mortality rate of the upgraded goat is reduced up to 15 to 20%. So also with this, the goat farmers have started and got interested in goat farming also. So automatically the socio-economic status of the goat farmer also is improved.
ನಿಕ್ರಾದವರು ಒಂದು ಹೋತಾ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ 15,000 ಮಾರಿದೇವ್ರಿ. ಅದೇನಕ ಮತ್ತು ಮುಂದೆ ಏನಕ ಉತ್ಪನ್ನ ಆಗ್ಯದ್ರಿ ನಮಗೆ. ಈಗ ಮತ್ತು 5-6 ಹೋತಾ ಕುಂತಾವ್ರಿ ಈಗ. ಆಯ್ತು ಏನದು ಮೆಂಕೆಜೋಳ ಕಿಸಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವ್ರಿ, ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರಿ. ಅದನ್ನು ತಂದು ಕಿಸಿಂದ ಕಡ್ದು ಕಿಸಿಂದ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೆಲ್ಲನೂ ಅದು ಹಾಕಿಸಿಂದ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ದಾಗ ಹಾಕಿಸಿಂದ ತುಂಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವ್ರಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಹಾರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವ್ರಿ. ಆಯ್ತು ಲಾಭ ಆಗ್ಯದ್ರಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ. ಆಯ್ತು ಹೈನಾನು ಇದು ಆಗ್ಯದ್ರಿ. ಈಗಿನ 8 ಹೋತ ಅವ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ನಿಕ್ರಾದ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು, ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
Third technology we have implemented is the establishment of the fodder cafeteria. Both the dairy farmers and goat farmers, they have established the fodder cafeteria. 5 to 6 cows, those are farmers rearing, they have established the 1 acre of the fodder cafeteria, and 20 to 25 goats, those farmers who are rearing, they are established the 1 acre of the fodder cafeteria. In fodder cafeteria, not only the leguminous, non-leguminous fodder crops, both the leguminous and non-leguminous fodder crops, like the leguminous fodder crops, mainly the lucerne or stylojanthus, they have grown, and non-leguminous fodder crops, preferably coefficient 29, multi-cut fodder sorghum, then super napier, hybrid napier, they have grown. Now with this, the combination leguminous and non-leguminous fodder crops, when they are feeding to the either cow or to the buffalo, the milk yield and milk fat status, milk fat percentage, it is increased up to the 10 to 15%. Fourth technology we have introduced in Nikra village is introduction of the Girraja cock, that is male bird. We have crossed with that of the local nondescript female birds, poultry birds. Previously, the mortality rate of the nondescript local birds was more, up to 50%. When we introduced the crossing with the female nondescript birds with that of the Girraja cock, automatically F1 generation birds, they have got the more resistance power, and body weight of the F1 generation was improved than that of the local nondescript birds, and egg and meat yield, egg weight and milk yield, meat yield of the upgraded F1 and F2 generation of the birds was also improved. Not only the dairy and goat farmers, the farmers of the Nikra village, that Melkonda village of the Kalaburgi district, the poultry farmers are also, the socio-economic status has also improved. Fifth technology, it is the last technology from the livestock module, is the conservation of the green fodder by silage making technology. Very difficult because it is a drought prone area, and especially in summer condition, April, May, June, difficult to get the green fodder in this Melkonda village. In spite of the growing of the green fodder crops also, very difficult. Farmers are feeding only the dry fodder. With this, milk yield is drastically reduced in summer months. So what I have introduced the technology is the conservation of the green fodder by silage making. In the flush season, in the month of the September and October, the farmers, those who are growing the maize fodder crop, so with them we have introduced the silage technology in the polyethylene bag. It is a low cost technology. 1 meter into 1 meter into 1.2 meter of the size of the polyethylene bag, we can conserve the green fodder up to 1 ton. It is hardly, the technology is around 600 to 800 rupees. So introduced in this technology in the Melkondabi village, the farmers successfully adopted this technology. Now the farmers in the summer months, they are feeding the green fodder in the form of silage, even in the drought condition also, and moreover in summer condition. Now there no reduction in the milk yield, either in the milk yield or fat percentage, even in the summer months. With this, this technology has also improved the socio-economic status. So overall, what I mean to say is, with the livestock module, the dairy farmer and goat farmer and poultry farmer, completely economic, socio-economic status has improved. Not only the Melkunda village, now the horizontal spread of this technology to the neighboring villages of the Nikra village.
And the last component which we have introduced, which we have worked is on capacity building of the farmers. The capacity building of the farmers was taken under the 3 modules actually. The first one is on-campus training and visiting to the nearby Nikra villages and to see the technology, and visiting to and all the progressive farmers who have introduced who have adopted the technologies of the Nikra villages. So under these 4 models we have worked out in the Melkunda village, and seeing by this the Melkunda K village, that means the nearby villages Melkunda K and Hadgila Haruti village and other villages, farmers are also coming to see the technology and they are adopting. Especially the custom hiring center, we have the equipments like the ridges and furrow making machine, rotavator, as well as the nipping machines which are used in the pigeon pea. The very good majorly used the equipment or the instrument is a water tanker, which was used to provide the life-saving irrigations to the crop, and it helped the many farmers also. Again, they are used, sometimes they are using this as for the drinking water also.
ನಿಕ್ರಾದಾಗ ಏನೇನು ಕುಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, ಏನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಅದ್ರಾಗ ಬಂದಂಥ ದುಡ್ಡಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಊರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಂಬಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬೇಕು ಸರ್, ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಇದು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರ್ಗಳವ ಸಾಮಾನುಗಳು ಇಲ್ರಿ ಅಂದೆವು. ಅವ್ರು ನಮಗೆ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ನೇಗಲ, ರಿಗ್ಜರ್ ಫಂಡ, ಬಿತ್ತ ಕೂರ್ಗಿ, ರೂಟರ್ ವೇಟ್ರ, ನೀರಿನ ಟ್ಯಾಂಕರ, ಮತ್ತು ಮಲ್ಚಿಂಗ್ ಬೋದ್ ಹಾಕೋದು, ಅದೊಂದು ಕಲ್ಲಂಗಡಿ ಹಚ್ಚೋರಿಗೆ ತೋಟದಾಗ ಮಲ್ಚಿಂಗ್ ಹಾಕೋದು ಒಂದು ಮಷೀನ, ಈಗ ಬ್ರಷ್ ಕಟ್ರ, ಮತ್ತು ಏನದ ಪವರ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರೇ, ನಿಪ್ಪಿಂಗ್ ಮಿಷಿನ, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನದ ಒಂದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ದರದಲ್ಲಿ ರೈತರಿಗೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಒಬ್ಬ ಬಡವರಾಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ ಒಂದು ಪವರ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರೇ ತಂದು ಇಡೋದಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಥವ್ನಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು 50 ರೂಪಾಯಿದಾಗ ಒಂದು ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು 50 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಿರಾಯಿದಾಗ ಒಯ್ದು ಎಣ್ಣೆ ಹೊಡ್ಕೋಬೋದು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪ್ರೇಗಳು, ನಿಪ್ಪಿಂಗ್ ಮಿಷಿನ್ಗಳು ದಿನ ಒಂದು ಏನದ 20 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ನಿಪ್ಪಿಂಗ್ ಮಿಷಿನ್ ತೊಗರಿ ಚಂಡಿ ಚುಂಟದು ಆಯ್ತಾ. ರೂಟ್ರ್ ವೇಟ್ರ್ ಒಂದು 200 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಒಂದು ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ, ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಇದ್ದವನಿಗೆ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ರೂಟ್ರ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ರೂಟ್ರ್ ಒಂದು 200 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಒಂದು ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ 12 ತಾಸು ಒಯ್ದು ಅವರು ರೂಟ್ರ್ ಹುಡ್ಕೋಬೋದು. ನೇಗಲು ಒಂದು 200 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಒಂದು ದಿನ 12 ತಾಸು ನೇಗಲು ಹುಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಕ ಕಿರಾಯಿ ನೇಗಲು ಒಯ್ಬೋದು. ಈಗ ಏನದ ನೀರು ಲಗ್ನ ಇರ್ತಾವ, ನೀರು ಇರಲ್ಲ ಊರಾಗ, ನೀರಿನ ತಾಪತ್ರೆ ಭಾಳ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಲಗ್ನ ಮುಹೂರ್ತ ಯಾರು ತೋಟಗಳಿಗೆ ಈಗ ಹಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಕ್ರಾಪ್ಗಳಿದ್ದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಟ್ಯಾಂಕರ್ಲೆ ನೀರು ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳೋರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು 400 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಬಾಡಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು, ಒಂದು ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರು 12 ತಾಸಿಗೆ ಟ್ಯಾಂಕರ್ ಒಯ್ದು ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಟ್ಯಾಂಕರ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಅದು ಹವಾಮಾನ ವೈಪರೀತ್ಯತೆ ಒಂದು ಸಂಘ ಮಾಡಿ, ಆ ಸಂಘದ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಸಂಘದ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ ನನಗೆ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾನು ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಊರಾಗ ಏನದ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಇದು ಆದ ಮೂಲಕ ನಾವು ಏನದ 2015ದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಬಂದದ.
And the very important, very recently introduced in the customizing center was the mulching machine. This mulching machine was which by introducing the mulching machine or by purchasing the mulching machine is a customizing center. This has increased the area of cultivating the watermelon area from 5 hectares to about the 100 acres. That means 40 hectares of the area is being cultivated on watermelon by efficiently using the water in the summer season, and by mulching machine, by using this mulching machine, the farmers are very much happy, and they are cultivating the watermelon by mulching with the plastic mulch, which has increased their income by about the 50% of the income is increased by using this technology. And these are some of the technologies which we have demonstrated in Nikra village of Melkunda B, which is under the KVK Kalburgi in Kalburgi district.